I want to give all the praise, all the glory, all the honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Ka Kodash. Double honors goes out to the elder apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me the truth. Also want to acknowledge Allah Akyam who are pushing the truth with sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. This is the brother Shabai from the JMS Denver camp, going in on something that our King Solomon had wrote, Ecclesiastes, the first chapter. It says, the words of the preacher, the son of David, king of Jerusalem, which is King Solomon. Vanity of vanities, saith the preacher. Vanity of vanities, all is vanity. And when you go into the word of vanity, it means useless. Okay. You have to understand, King Solomon was said to be the wisest man to ever walk the earth, to walk the face of the earth. And throughout his whole life experience, he came to the conclusion that everything is useless. Okay? And basically what it is everything except this knowledge, this truth, worshiping Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. That's the only thing that's not worthless, that's not useless. Okay? This is what's going to bring us salvation. Our faith in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Okay? Verse 3, what profit hath a man of all his labor which he taketh under the sun? So no matter how much you work, you can't take none of that. You don't take none of it with you when you're gone. See? One generation passeth away, another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever. Okay, so this is where we know through the Holy Spirit that the earth is not going to be destroyed ever. Right? Babylon, America is going to be utterly destroyed, but the earth is going to abide forever. Okay? The sun also ariseth, the sun goeth down, and hasteth to his place where he arose. Alright, and this shows you everything Esau teaches is a lie. This is another example, because when you think about the videos and the diagrams of when you were young, how they were teaching us that the sun was at the center of our galaxy, of our universe, right? And or our solar system, rather. The sun is at the center. That's what they teach you in school, right? And that all the planets revolve around the sun, but it's actually the sun goeth down, and it arises and goeth down. So if you go pull up a video of the solar system rotating, you're going to see all the videos you pull are going to just have the sun standing still, right? Because that's not what it is. The sun goes around the earth. Okay? That's why it says it goes, the sun rotates the earth. It's not the other way around. Okay? So anyway, the wind goeth toward the south, and turneth about unto the north. It whirleth about continually, and the wind returneth again according to its circuits. So everything is a cycle. A circuit is literally it means circle. So everything goes and comes right back around. Okay? All the rivers run into the sea, yet the sea is not full. Unto the place from whence the rivers come, thither they return again. Even the waters, right? The waters are a circuit, they're a cycle. They go and come back. Alright? All things are full of labor, a man cannot utter it. The eye is not satisfied with seeing, nor the ear filled with hearing. Okay? And that doesn't even need to be broken down. It's broken down right there for you. So keep reading as I read on. Let's see, it says, the thing that hath been, it is that shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done. and under, and there is no new thing under the sun. So everything is in this cycle, right? Even the people, this is why we tell you about reincarnation. Even the people die and they come back through their spirits. Your spirit never dies. Your spirit enters into the new flesh, new bodies in different times and generations and eras, but your spirit has always been lingering, right? So when you die, you come back. There's no new thing under the sun, and this includes people, okay? Includes the waters, the wind, right? Everything that you see on planet Earth right now, everything is it's not new, okay? Verse 10, it says, "Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new? It hath been already of old time, which was before us." So nothing you can say and look at it and say, oh, this is a new thing, No, it's always, things always have been as you see them. The people, there's even technology you wouldn't think that they had in the ancient that they did have, okay? So if you want to be a wise guy and think, well, what about the modern technology? This is new. Like, there was some heavy technology with frequencies and electricity and, different things where even this is not new under the sun, okay? There is no remembrance of the former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of the things are to come with those that shall come after, okay? So there's no remembrance. That's why I say people are reincarnated, regenerated. You don't remember your past life. You don't remember who you were in your past life, But this is why people experience things like deja vu and things like of that nature. You might have deja vu. And in that word deja vu, it's a French word, which I believe it means already been, or it has already happened. That's what that word means, deja vu. But you don't have no remembrance. Like, think about it. If you had remembrance of your past life and maybe you had some terrifying things that happened, or anything, man, somebody was a murderer in their past life and they don't remember that, right? But in the spirit, they might come back and they might murder somebody again in this lifetime. Esau Edom, he's got that spirit, that bloody, he doesn't hate blood, right? The scriptures say, because he hasn't hated blood, blood shall pursue him. This is why he's always been in his spirit a conqueror. He wants to conquer all realms, right? In every age, including this one. See? You have examples in the scriptures of Edomites who were in that spirit, using their blessing, the sword, to conquer and to, steal resources and to, destroy kingdoms. That's always in his spirit. All right. So even he was a murderer as Cain, in the spirit of Cain, and as he came back as Esau, he still had that same spirit on him. Okay. So it says, I, the preacher, was king over Israel in Jerusalem. Again, speaking of King Solomon, we're the new people. And I gave my heart to seek and search out by wisdom concerning all things that are done under heaven. This sore travail hath the Most High given to the sons of man, with man to be exercised therewith. Okay? So, again, King Solomon, he had all the wisdom, the most wise man who ever walked the face of the earth. And it makes sense because, we know through his reincarnation, through his regeneration, he was Yahweh Shai. Okay? A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't understand that King Solomon and Yahweh Shai are the same soul in the regeneration. Okay, these aren't things that the pagan Christians, they don't understand. They're not gonna tell you, right? They don't know the mysteries. Yahweh doesn't show His word to Esau Edom, Esau Edom, the one who set up these pagan Christian churches, these Catholic churches, all these different so-called churches here in Babylon, America. They've been set up by the wicked, who was Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Okay? So there's things that he's never been able to teach you because he doesn't have the understanding on certain things. Like King Solomon, he understood everything. Right? You can go to Wisdom of Solomon, and I think it's verse, let's see here. He understood everything, right? This is Wisdom of Solomon 7 and verse 17. It says, "For he hath given me certain knowledge of the things that are, namely, to know how the world was made, and the operation of the elements, the beginning, ending, and midst of times, the alterations of the turning of the sun, and the change of seasons." So all of these things Solomon was knowledgeable in. He was an expert in all these different things, right? He knew the operation of the elements, Let's keep reading. He knew verse 19, it says, "The circuit of years and the position of stars, the natures of living creatures, and the furies of wild beasts, and the violence of winds, and the reasonings of men, and the diversities of plants, and virtues of roots. All such things are either secret or manifest. Them I know." So he knew things that other people didn't understand. Just first of all, because he was King Solomon. Second of all, because he was a prophet. Third of all, he's an Israelite. Who does the Most High give His secrets and His mysteries to? He gives them to His servants, the prophets, the ones who love wisdom. And King Solomon is literally, that's his cornerstone. Is he is really the man of wisdom, you can call him. So this Solomon had understanding and knowledge of everything. From how he knew the difference. He could look at a plant and he could tell you what it is. He could tell you what its purpose was, right? He knew the reasonings of men, so he knew relationships. He understood philosophy. That's what a wise man does. Philosopher. The word philosophy, it means lover of wisdom. And again, who was the chief lover of wisdom? Which in the flesh it was King Solomon, but in the spirit it was Yahweh Shai. Okay? Which Yahweh Shai, don't get me wrong, he had all the wisdom, because again, this is the same soul we're talking about here. Okay? So let's finish. But he understood everything. Okay? That's what King Solomon knew and understood everything. He had all the wisdom that a man could have. It says here, I communed, 14. I have seen all the works that are done under the sun, and behold, all is vanity and vexation of spirit. So with everything that he knew, at the end of the day, it was vanity, useless, and it just vexed his spirit, because it was like, it didn't mean anything, The only thing that meant something was the knowledge of the truth. Okay? It says here, Let's see. Verse 15. Let's see. That which is crooked cannot be made straight, and that which is wanting cannot be numbered. I commune with my own heart, which is his mind, saying, Lo, I am come to too great estate, and have gotten more wisdom than all that they have been before me in Jerusalem. Yeah, my heart had great experience of wisdom and knowledge. So like I was saying, he had all that wisdom, exceeded anybody before or after him. So I'm going to close out on that though. I'm back at the JOB. So with that, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Ka Kodash. Double honors goes out to the elder apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me the truth. I also want to acknowledge the Akim pushing the truth with sincerity. Shalom to the elect.